Steven here. Today we're looking at the TST R002. This bike shapes and rides like an E-MOTO. It is 2849 UL certified and is SGS certified as well. It's got a peak power of 1500 watts and a range of 60 miles if you pedal. And it's got hydraulic brakes. Very snappy, very powerful. The motors here are very smooth as well from modes 1 through 4. But if you go into mode 5, the maximum mode is going to pull everything out of the water because it feels so extremely strong. And it's got a maximum speed of 28 miles per hour, which is a class 3 e-bike, one of the fastest that you can get in the United States. It's got a super comfortable seat and a rail that you can put something on. Fenders, rear spring suspension, 7-speed Shimano gear, and 20x4 fat tires both in the front and in the rear. And it's got fully adjustable suspension forks in the front, as well as a big ass headlight in the front. This whole thing doesn't just ride like an electric bicycle, it rides like an electric motorcycle. And it's got so much power, I accidentally do wheelies on it. It is so good for under 800 bucks, especially if you use my coupon code. But let's get into a more in-depth test. Just right off the bat, this little motorcycle looking bike, it is very, very aggressive when it comes to acceleration. So there is about a half-second delay from the point in which I press down the throttle to it actually kicks in. Here we are. This is mostly flat, and we're gonna do an acceleration test. We're in mode 5. We're in class 3, and I'm just gonna press down the accelerator and see how fast we go. Okay? 3, 2, 1, go. Not bad. It says 20 miles per hour. 21, 22. And now there's going to be a little bit of an upslope, so I don't think it's going to go any faster. There's maybe like a 2% incline. So 22 miles per hour, that's the fastest we'll go with a 2% incline. Now we're gonna go the other way around and see how we do. It's a beautiful day here in Salt Lake. The smog is gone. Super excited about that. You can actually see the mountains now. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna accelerate the opposite way back. And this is gonna be a 2% decline this time. And we'll see how the bike accelerates. 3, 2, 1. $20 miles per hour. 23, 25, 27, 28, 28 miles per hour. It does not go any faster, even though I'm still on a downhill slope. So the motors must be kind of locked down to that speed so that we don't get any faster. And now I'm just going at 28 miles per hour, fully on motors. That's not bad at all. Now what I'm gonna do, human power. I'm gonna pedal and accelerate at the same time in mode 5. 2, 1, go. Highest gear, a little bit of the upslope. 27, 26, 25. Come on! 26, 27. Woo! In this kind of 2 to 3% incline upslope, 22 miles per hour is the highest per motor. If you do pedal, you can go up to 27 or 28, but that's about the fastest you will go. And I'm out of breath right now. I'm so out of breath. 2, 1, go. Okay. Assist level 1, it will only go up to 7 miles per hour. Now 8 miles per hour. Let's go to assist level 2. Now it's climbing up to 13 miles per hour. Let's go to mode 3. $16 miles per hour. And mode 4. 3, 2, 1, go. 18 miles per hour. And of course with Mode 5 I can hit 22 miles per hour when I'm going up a slight slope, and of course 28 miles per hour when I'm going down a slight slope. This is like the flattest ground that I can find in Utah. Let's talk about agility. Well, so what do I mean by agility? I mean the ability to turn left and right. This is definitely copying the ergonomics of an E-MOTO like Sauron or Talaria, because as you can see here, it feels like there's a pivoting center somewhere in the center of the bike. If you have ever been on a standard e-bike or a motorcycle, the front wheel leads where you want to go. However, this one, it feels like it's pivoting off of the center. It's almost as if there's a pogo stick coming out from the bottom and you're pivoting from the center. And the benefit of that is it feels incredibly nimble when you're trying to turn left and right. I don't think I've ever had an e-bike that turns as well as this. The turning is just absolutely hilariously good. I think the designers of this bike definitely know how this bike is going to perform, so my shoes and the pedals do not hit the ground when I'm doing these type of aggressive left and right maneuvers. With the other types of e-bikes, when I'm leaning too hard, my foot would scrape the ground. But this one, I'm leaning more aggressive than most, and I'm still not scraping the ground. So that's really, really good. You can, you know, do like a little bit of token pedaling, you know, tell the cadence sensor to start moving forward, but you're really not giving it a lot of energy. The ergonomics of this bike is not really designed and optimized in a way for you to maximize your pedal input. For a higher person, you have to kind of go back a little bit. You have to sit back. The ergonomics to give the best pedaling is just, it's not there, right? You get this bike, one, to look cool, number two, for the suspensions, and number three, for the E-MOTO ergonomic. This bike is actually using hydraulic disc brakes. This is well under $1,000, and they have hydraulic disc brakes. That is one thing that shocked me the most. Hey, we're back. We're gonna do a braking test real quick. I'm gonna go at 15 miles per hour to this cone, and I'm gonna brake as hard as I can and see how long it takes me to stop. I'm gonna do it twice, and we're gonna measure the distance. Let's go. About the same spot. Let's go check it out. All right, so this is where we start to stop. I'm gonna draw a little line right here, and I'm gonna go here. Both times I've stopped right here. Let's look at that. What is it? It's 10 feet 11 inches. Yeah, this is one of the best braking distance I've had. It's absolutely amazing how quickly this thing can stop with dual hydraulic disc brakes both in the front and in the rear. Okay, let's go over the instrument cluster real quick. The throttle's on the left hand side. These are hydraulic disc brakes. Feels very, very snappy. The grips is pretty good too. There's no weird movement or anything. Pretty soft with these grooves. Excellent grips. And we have the instrument cluster here. There's the power button, and this shows you telemetry data. This is the light, and you have plus and minus. The only gripe I have is the left and right is kind of like on the same button as plus and minus. So if you have thick gloves like me in the winter, this is going to be extremely difficult to click on. This instrument cluster is highly visible during the day. Currently looks like it's flipping out right now because of the camera, but let me assure you, this is really, really visible during the day and looks extremely good. The derailleur, the gear switching is very smooth. It's a 7-speed. It doesn't use a standard handlebar set, so you can't just buy like Warp 9 handlebar and put it on. So that's kind of like a downside of it. The headlight is very, very bright. You get your standard mud guard. You get pretty large disc brakes as well. These are excellent disc brakes. These pegs are actually metal. A lot of places give you these cheap plastic ones. This is metal, so it feels pretty good. You have a cadence sensor. The cadence sensor is pretty good too. It's not too abrupt considering how much power this thing has. This thing has a 1500 watt peak power. The only thing is, I feel like this is probably not too helpful when it comes to damping rear shocks, just because, as you can see, this is attached to like this super rigid upper part. it doesn't move too much. Most of the dampening still comes from the front. This thing doesn't help you as much as it looks. And of course, in the rear, you can put an extra seat on here, or you can put extra luggage on here. Super helpful. And then this, even though it looks like it's a two-seater, right? For a normal person to sit right on here, you can't sit here. You got to sit backwards. So I mostly sit in the back like this. $699. This thing is an absolute steal. So far, for the price that they're asking, this e-bike is an absolute steal to get. And you can also upgrade to the 100-mile one. I did about 6.4 miles and I burned about 30% battery. So if you're riding motors only, treating it like a motorcycle, you're probably going to get like a little bit more than 20 miles, and that's it. So that's a third of the estimate that they give you. If you want to do 60 miles, that's with the least amount of assist.
So who is this bike for, right? This is for the person who wants the E-MOTO experience but can't afford to buy a $4,000 to $5,000 E-MOTO, and you can spend a few $100 to get a taste of what it feels like. It's lightweight, it goes up to 28 miles per hour, it's super comfortable, it's extremely nimble, very good at turning and carving, and is well under $800. The box claimed that it can go up to 32 miles per hour. I wasn't able to do so. I weigh 200 pounds. Even with a downslope assist, I could only reach up to 28 miles per hour. So if you're thinking getting an electric motorcycle, but you think it has too much power for your kids or for yourself, then this is a great way to get started and get a good, reasonable feel of what e-motos feel like before you move on to real e-motos. This is a Class 2 e-bike, but you can unlock it to Class 3 using the mobile app. On motors only, it has roughly 20 miles of range carrying a 200-pound person, which I think is quite impressive considering its price. It's extremely stylish. I mean, just look at it. It's so good. Alright, let me know if you have any questions down below. I'll be happy to answer them.